Now I think about it, of course, Xantares has been learning English and maybe some German as well to communicate on these teams. But if he's named his howl Glory Howl, I'm wondering where he's going to learn this English.
Some dirty message boards.
Doesn't sound like it's Duolingo, does it?
Yeah, they're not teaching that over there, but we're going to start things off with a little bit of an outside play. This is actually pretty quick from Mibr. Keto will be there to meet them, and he's already finding a couple nice shots. Will be taken down, though. 2-for-2 trade.
3-on-3 now. Things slow down quickly. Massive range advantage for Big, however. Just Glocks on the remaining Mibr players. KNG looking for a flank. Sisson's moving forward as well. Meeting of the minds, perhaps, but KNG's crosser goes beyond the angle that Sisson's standing. That's some important real estate for Big. Xantares with a nice pop. He's coming to this one warm, it looks like. On the scoreboard already.
Just VSM now, 1v3 situation. He does find the gush onto Surson there. That's a nice shot to hit, but he still has a lot of ground to make up. Tizian is here to meet them with the dualies, and he will find the shot. So Big, with a nice breakdown in that mid-round situation, they're able to find every single kill and come out unscathed. And the dualies doing just a little bit of work there.
I feel like they've almost been a standard. A pair of dualies on the CT side in almost, well, many of the pistol rounds I've seen of late. Again, in those potential rush positions. Fast fire rate from Big. 3 MP9s out on the CT side. Very good weapon. Desert Eagles for the most of Mibr. Again, looking at the sniper of Mibr, they've gone for the force buy, and KNG will be spending all his money as well. And down he goes. That'll be expensive. Searson exposed to multiple directions. I don't think Big are too concerned with that. They've got the information, and Keto looking to stamp his authority on the round and just tell Mibr that we are going to be aggressive on our CT side.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Big. I bet they were a little bit surprised by the head armor on all of the Mibr players, but nonetheless, they do find the frags. But oh, Leo dunks Keto there, and he brings it to a 2v3 situation, but the HP is still so low, and the positions are known by the Big side. So this is going to be Mibr hoping that Big make a mistake at this point.
Do you think it's map dependent, the sniper of a T side force buying in the second round? Or team dependent in general?
I'll say for Big's sake, Surson is kind of famous for having more kills with the MAC-10 than he does with any other standard rifle. So I think it goes into the game plan for a lot of teams, how they want to use that player, whether he will upgrade or if they really just think it's more valuable for him to buy the MP9 in this case.
No, the T side. The T side.
Oh, the T side.
T's lose a pistol. Because we saw a bunch of teams yesterday, the sniper would have, he would be ecoing. He'd be like dropped a scout or something. So when the buy round comes, no matter what happens, the T side have the AWP on them.
Yeah.
But on this occasion, we've seen the force buy. 13 seconds for TRK to die, essentially. And he'll do that.
Yeah, I'll say it's map dependent. I think certain maps you definitely want to get out that op on the first T side round, but others you're a little bit, you're more okay with it. I'd say like Overpass, for example, you do like to get that off, especially if you're going to try to take some A control.
Yep.
Nuke, though, you can live with some rifles, especially when you're going for ramp or inner hits.
Moving to round number 3, we have some Deagles picked up. No utility, though. Mibr simply looking for some headshots in this round. Maybe not the easiest map to swing with a flashbang on the T side. Nuke.
All right. Surson taking down Lucas there. And that is the majority of the firepower for Mibr in this round. If they get anything done here, it would be nice. But Big playing a safe game.
Just patiently waiting. As are Mibr. Again, just looking for a headshot. Well, on the receiving end of that one, VSM somehow still alive. MP9 not quite doing the job from that distance. TRK's up there as well. Looking at the kills for Mibr, we've got 4 kills so far. So there's a good chance for Big to start off not too shabby in the cash department. Don't want to lose anybody in this round. Just patiently wait. TRK's got a range advantage versus that SMG. If he can land the headshot. Ooh, not quite.
Close. Close, but no cigar. All right, first gun round coming up here, but Big are going to be playing with a bonus round here. A couple of SMGs still in tow, along with Tabson. Oh, actually, Surson, he just goes for the straight upgrade on the op there. That's interesting, as VSM will try to meet him with his own scope weapon in the Krieg.
I imagine he's going to be going up top. Some parkour coming from VSM. Break some windows early as well. Looks like the wall of smokes will be deployed. So again, if you saw that first game from Mibr on Nuke, they were missing the smokes. However, that has been corrected. They played Nuke again since then. Watched the demo. Lineups have been corrected. But yeah, we've seen a resurgence, a light resurgence of the Krieg, just to try and close down the rage and pop some tomatoes. Another successful smoke execution from Mibr. Could see Tabson now on the low ground. Big have to be concerned that. No, oh, that's a great flashbang. Never mind. Tabson not going to go back to the well. Just try and delay. Minute 10, 5 versus 4. No need to overextend. Maybe here's them coming. Fight or flight. Down he goes. That is some real estate for Mibr to work with.
Yeah, they got control of these lower halls. Xantarez, he's going to meet them, though. Going for the spray down. Will actually get 2 there. Looking for the 3rd, but VSM does find the trade. Still, man advantage for Big in the 3v2. Lucas on this lurk outside needs to try to help VSM out. VSM, he's on an island right now, and he will be taken out before Lucas can get involved here. Now, Tizian's already holding this angle, and just rips his head off with that MP9. So swift with that fire rate, and Big are up 4-0.
The triple dink. Painful to be on the receiving end of. Such a simple response from Tabson. No one ready for anti-flash. Xantarez, absolute robot. Almost heading towards that 3rd kill as well.
Yeah, that was really impressive from Xantarez. If he falls right there, that could easily have been Mibr's round. And oh, look at that. Xantarez actually letting out a laugh. I wonder if he thought he was going to hit that spray, but if anybody does, it would be him. Now, Keto looking for some damage here through the smoke, but Mibr will play back and wait.
Desert Eagles again. There's a HE grenade for VSM. Maybe we use it to blow some doors off or something. Who knows? Maximum loss bonus now for Mibr, so their ecos become more dangerous, more Kevlar, more Deagles.
Oh, they're trying to set up the window break play. I think the glass break.
Oh, there we go, swinging into the B bomb site. Xantarez, can he get a transfer on this occasion? Manages to isolate the fight, but Lucas will trade and take Searson out as well. 2 versus 2, 1 rifle, 2 rifles collected by Mibr now. This could be an unlikely first round for them. KNG has dropped the bomb though. That will significantly change things. Lucas has a lot of walking to do.
Yeah, that was a big explosion towards the lower bomb side of B, but it looks like it was supposed to be a ruse as Mibr were trying to take the bomb towards A. Now Lucas again on these outside lurks. We'll try to just find anything here. Might just opt to save the M4, as he does have some money in the bank, so he can buy util even if he doesn't receive any loss bonus here. But we'll see what he can find with 20 seconds left. Oh. Tabson holding the angle. This is just such a strong crossfire from Big, but he might have found the timing, but oh, he pre-fires that close vent, and Tabson is able to swing and take him out.
Well, it's a fantastic start for Big. Not too many kills since the first buy round for Mibr. No bomb plants just yet. Very limited success. But again, they got maximum loss bonus, so we will see KNG with the AWP. No Kevlar upon his person. Keto's picked up an AUG, and VSM's on a Krieg once again. He is deady on that Krieg. KNG looking for a misplay now. Look at that peek. Did you see that? That was outrageous.
That was such a good little movement trick by Tabson there. Getting the info nicely. And KNG, because of that, isn't able to hit the shot, it looks like.
That was a sick peek.
Yeah. Lucas really trying to find an entry onto the site, but he will be mollied off the angle. Good utility usage coming out from Big to stem flow of Mibr players. And this is just so awkward for Mibr as they're trying to make it out of that hut. This util is just so good.
See Lucas trying to spray behind the box. Common position for a CT to stand, but they haven't really been given much of anything. They've done 11 damage in this round thus far, MIBR. They have two flashes, sorry, and a molly and smoke. That's the main utility remaining. Flashbang is avoided. Zantares just happy for the multi-frag. A little 360 as he falls down. Got to set up with Searson, who gets a nice flick, able to fall back as well. Headshot through the wall, only good for about 20 damage, however. Now there's a man advantage for MIBR. Still needs to get on the bomb site, though. You can see Searson in shotgun mode. Just looking for any pushes through that smoke, but which bomb site will MIBR head to?
Oh, Tizian taking the initiative there to find some info. He takes down VSM and MIBR. They were actually gearing up for an upper A hit here. It looks like it will just be the door and hut pop to close out the round. So this is really up to Tizian. He's made it to the top of hut. He spotted the leg, but oh, KNG finds the shot. And now Searson quick on the flank through radio. Zantares will be right behind him, but it's a 2v3 situation, and MIBR should be planting this bomb any second now. There it is. Now Lucas first to face, but Searson with a quick scope takes down Lucas, looking for more. But they'll still try to break the situation down. Now Zantares, he's aware of the position of KNG, but oh, with the jump peek, KNG does find the kill, and Searson at this point, he might just have to save, but oh, he's going back to the well. He's going to try to find something. KNG's already locked in on the angle. Oh, the jiggle comes out, but KNG is able to recover in time. First round on the board for MIBR. Nice multi-frag, 4K actually from KNG.
Oh, they were in a straight line towards the end there, but the antics from KNG to make that round winnable from MIBR was utterly absurd. That was such a good peak. Honestly, that's something people should learn to think about at home. But KNG's frags in this round, utterly ridiculous.
The jump peek into the angle.
I know, it's bananas, isn't it?
You don't see that very often, but great stuff.
It's a wild round. But the impact, the potential impact of that round could be colossal. There will be another AWP for Searson, but I think their buy will be a little weaker than what it might have been if he saved that sniper. But we shall see. So even though, again, that's not a round you could necessarily count on replicating if you're MIBR, it may have done enough to make life easier for them moving forward. Easier said than done, though. It's a distinct lack of utility on some of these players for Big. We see the FAMAS on Zantares. It's going to be harder for him to get the transfer with that thing. And Tizian on the MP9. So we'll see if Big make an aggressive play here.
They do have a double op.
Yeah, or just rely on the double ops, yeah.
Yeah, so Tabson picking that weapon up along with Searson here. We'll see where he goes with this, and he looks like he wants to find an early ramp pick. Oh, actually, it's going to be down... Okay. Just going to post on the angle. Not too aggressive, nothing too crazy, not playing outside of himself, just locking that spot down. And Searson trying to take a duel towards this door area. He knows that KNG worked this position last time, but oh, a little bit of a door pop coming out, and MIBR, they just fall off right there. Just find that opening pick, and now can regroup, reset the situation in this 5v4 advantage. Oh, 4v4, as Zantares finds a trade.
Yeah, creeping outside by Secret. And again, there are two AWPs on deck, so MIBR have to be very careful. Oh my god. No respect for the air conditioning. That leaves 3. Leo Drunky's in a good spot, but Tabson's creeping. There's no grenade for him. It's simply a swing. He's able to get another 1v1. Misses a shot, though. 2 downhill. They have all the information, Big. Now, what do MIBR do if they're trying to catch Zantares outside of the AWP? But the answer is no. They know TRK was in the same place, so his options are limited. When you know where all the final players are, it means the CT side can take very aggressive positions elsewhere. So TRK is in a lot of trouble here. It's got 44 seconds to just wait for Big to spread out a bit more, to have concern over both sides, which maybe weakens the A bomb site here if that's his play.
Bigger playing this really smart, though. They're locking onto his angle, and no one's actually rotated down to that lower B bomb site just yet. Because if he does get down there, if he does plant, they can just retake 3v1. So it's a very safe option. And Searson, he hasn't left that angle. He's been posted on that for 20 seconds straight, and he is rewarded for his patience there.
6-1. Big are back. The 2 AWPs survive. AK-47 for Keto, not too shabby either. See what MIBR choose to do. For the most part, they've got $3,000, but some have a little more, and it looks like we're in force buy territory for them. Again, another opportunity to break. Those double AWPs coming in handy. MP9 back out once again for Tizian. Got more utility than last time. So we'll see how comfortable Big are. Oh, just a double AKs and a bunch of Deagles now for MIBR. Strength in numbers. Someone's going to have to take a bullet for the president.
Oh, Oh, MIBR, they might be faking Surson out there, but
oh my days.
Just barely sees the elbow, and he peeks for more, takes down KNG, already one of the rifles gone. Oh, Surson! It's a shooting gallery for him as he finds a fourth kill for Surson, in fact, and he is just obliterating this outside hit from MIBR.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Well, that was a tough one for MIBR. They achieved nothing in that round. They find themselves in eco territory. A difficult first half of Nuke here on the T side for MIBR. 1 round from 7. A very unlikely round as well. Had opportunities to break, but they've been missed. And now in this eco situation, there's a chance for Big to try and pad the money for the last 5 rounds again. Really was skeet shooting for Searson.
Yeah, that was he made that look super easy. I'm surprised that MIBR never really keyed in on his angle, but they just had a hit in mind. They wanted to roll with it. And right now, I think that question you asked when MIBR did achieve their singular round was, is it replicable? And I don't think they had a true answer for that, as KNG, all 4 of his kills were in that singular round.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a difficult road at present. Very difficult road, unpaved. Desert Eagles once again. So all these eco rounds are pretty much Deagles, no flashbangs. There was a smoke on this occasion. That may draw Searson's attention as Mini is smoked off. 3 have passed already. They may all pass without being seen. They will be heard, however. You can see Zantares making his way downstairs. He has an AK-47. Wouldn't want to be MIBR today, that's for sure. His footsteps have probably been heard as well, however. MIBR taking control of control. Reinforcements will be required, and Tabson's come to help.
Oh, that is such... Oh, big entries from the Deagles from MIBR there. Out of nowhere, opening up this B side. Another Deagle shot from VSM. Free this man as he is just breaking open that B bomb site. Now Tizian in the 1v5, and what a round for MIBR to just steal away there. Zantares looked like he had a great angle, but the shots were just too good from the Brazilian side.
Who needs flashbangs when you got the Deagles? Another unlikely round from MIBR, but again, maybe at the right time. Becomes expensive for Big once more. Zantares with $1,500 before the round conclusion. So there will be problems. Oh, the sound cue from upstairs. That flashbang hit someone. He knows that, Tizian. And everything will be lost. Well, Searson's got 6K, so it will be a dangerous round. Actually, they might be light on grenades, but they'll have guns, Big. But that's 2 rounds on the board from MIBR. How many rounds do you think is the minimum here for MIBR on this half?
I think they're really going for 6 here,
yeah.
At least 6. This is their pick, so they should have a great CT side. I've actually seen them play the CT side a handful of times now, and it is solid, but 6 is definitely a mark you want to hit if you are MIBR.
Okay, well, this is another key round where there's nothing left if MIBR can break on this occasion. 3rd crack at the whip. KNG very quickly outside. There is a gap in the smoke, though. As you can see on the radar, 2 smokes around the garage. And 2 MIBR players have been lost. There's some aggression towards the A bomb site. We've got smokes all over the shop. VSM now can suddenly see. They know one's in Mini. Down goes VSM. Then it was just Lucas, 1 versus 4. This may not go the way they wanted it to once again. All kinds of junk being thrown his way. Surely the spray's coming as well. He sees absolutely nothing. And there he goes.
It just looked like MIBR could never get out at one point. Big's utility at Hut and the door have just been so rock solid. MIBR kind of fooled him once at that position, but was not the case here. And Keto just working around the silo to perfection, as we see they're just locking it all down, and great spam coming out. It feels like these rounds, Big are just in the right places and they know what's coming their way. It looks like they've really done their prep here. And MIBR, when they don't have full utility, it looks like they're having a very difficult time gaining ground, because Big, they're so aggressive individually on the CT side. They're so willing to take that little peek because they trust their players, they trust their own aim in those situations.
MIBR 5 more seconds to think about the way forward to a 3rd round. 2 AK-47s in the hands of Keto and Zantares is not a good sign for MIBR. Doors being blown off. Will there be a quick peek from a sniper, maybe? Oh, KNG towards the ramp. Leo forcing Big to dump utility around Squeaky with that blown off door. TRK breaking the glass suggests a potential execute into this A-bomb site. Oh, got to be real careful. Tizian just showing a little alarm. Gets away unscathed.
Still, just Mibr setting up in lobby right now, looking like they're just trying to burn some time as Big burns so much utility, and actually they're going to be headed towards ramp, so Xantarez will be the man to challenge him. We've seen him multi-frag from this position before. What can he find this time around? Great off angle. He gets one, gets the second, a third, looking for the fourth, but TRK does manage to find the trade. But still, such a massive hold from the Turkish Terror at that ramp position.
And Mibr have to read that surely someone else was there. They did have the molly up. Searson was playing outside hell for this round, so he wasn't too far away, but the molly kept him away. So having rescued the bomb, Mibr have a slight chance in this round. 2 versus 4. 35 seconds. Trying to entry. There they go down the vent. Creeping. Trying to stop any potential crossfire now. Keto's got a disgusting angle though. Surely VSM can't make this one. Well, he's dodged the first bullet, can't dodge the rest of them. Tizian will help as well. And it's 9 rounds for Big, 4 players surviving. Mibr still with 2.
That's just what happens when Xantarez gets an AK on the CT side. That is just unreal. So clean. Every shot just has
He doesn't even need crosshair correction. No. Walking into his crosshair.
Just perfect crosshair placement. For a guy with such snappy aim, it's nice to see him kind of make it look easy at times too.
Is that a bowl of strawberries? It's pretty nice.
Might just be.
Yeah, nice healthy food. I approve this. 2 AK-47s for Mibr in round number 12. And the Deagles are out once again. Plenty of smoke grenades and Molotovs, one of which is just deployed in front of your eyes. Lack of flashbangs as well. Didn't need it for the second round. But again, the rounds they've won have been anomalies, if you will. Maybe this one will be as well.
It really feels like the skill is just so high on the Big side right now. Searson and Xantarez are in such excellent form, and no one from Big is really doing all that badly. Keto, he's still having a very serviceable 5 kills here, and honestly, it just doesn't feel like Mibr has really come in his way as much. He's not getting in on the action. Tabson with the duel outside.
Oh my god.
What a clean shot from KNG. Down. That's some IGL on IGL violence for you. And KNG, he's looking for more. Tries to sneak into the smoke, but a great flash assist from Searson sets up Keto beautifully, but he can't continue the spray. And actually, Mibr recover the situation with a man advantage.
Okay, warning shots for Lucas. Even though Keto died there, the fact he moves back away from the smoke so he could have better vision was quite smart. A fast play into the A-bomb site now. TRK with a quick swing. Tizian at the back, ready for the left and the right. Looking for the 3rd kill, but Leo will stay alive for now. Searson, of course, there to trade on the high ground and keep Mibr on 2.
What a great recovery from Big. Tizian, excellent work behind the silo there. Multi-fragging makes it look so good. And when Tizian is doing well, that's when you know you're in for some trouble if you're Mibr. Tizian usually definitely a good player. Don't get me wrong, but if he's lighting you up, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, you can see Leo move back away from the smoke again. If you're closer to the smoke, your opponent is generally going to have slightly better vision of you or see you first, so both moving away to get a better angle on things. Leo can't get a good angle on Searson, though, who continues with this AWP. Been running hot from the start here. 18 for 5 is Searson. KNG rotating elsewhere. We'll see if Lucas looks to commit to the A-bomb site as Bigger finally falling around the map. KNG still in that anti-eco position. Catches Xantarez, goes from bad to worse for Big. Maybe finally Mibr will make it to 3 rounds.
Big are priming themselves for the retake here. They throw the entry smoke. Tabson, he does throw some utility. I think he's kind of feigning. He's falling here, and oh, what is this from Searson? Getting so close, taking down VSM. Oh, can't find the kill onto the bomb site, though. TRK does stop him. And Tabson, at this point, he has to make a decision. Does he actually favor his chances? Looks like the answer to that question is a no. 45 HP. Love to find some damage here, but it looks like MIBR will be avoiding him as they exit through lobby back to T-spawn. So MIBR, they get a third round on the board, and the money for Big is in a precarious position. Surson will be able to afford an op, but I'm curious as to whether they buy or save from here.
The entries from MIBR on the A-bomb site. Brute force there, Sisson. He was so close. We saw the scope, we saw the right mouse, not the left mouse though. Very close indeed. Big R going to go for it. Sisson will drop I think he dropped an M4. And he's got money for an AWP as well. 2 rounds to fight for. And Big will look to take both. MIBR really need both. 10 rounds, not too shabby on the CT side thus far for Big. But they could do even better. The MP7 coming out for Tizian, that's interesting. Normally people opt for the faster fire rate of the MP9 versus the more expensive MP7. Bit of a unicorn these days.
I appreciate it, though.
I quite like it.
Yeah, I think it's actually a solid weapon. The fire rate is nice, of course, from the MP9, but Tizian favoring his chances with the MP7. Maybe he likes the spray pattern a little more.
Better armor penetration, I believe. Slower fire rate. He'll be up top of the hut. Oh god, Sisson's down. That's a huge frag as the flashbangs go towards CT vent and they charge into the site. Again, the numbers game working great for MIBR. Some area control from the Molotov for now, but Kito's got to get multi-frags. That's a good start. No one covering the bomb plot now. This is collapsing!
What? Kito with 3, making this possible for Tabson all of a sudden. 2v1 situation. They do smoke him off the angle, but they have to plant this bomb, and KNG, he has an op. This is one of the most difficult weapons to try to guard all of these angles, but he does have a feeling that Tabson is there, and it's a great read from KNG to close that one out.
Big B broke now. MIBR have made it to 4. We were looking for 6. 5 is the best they could do, and there's a fair chance of it now. This almost completely collapsed, and you wonder about the comms as well. With 2 players at Squeaky, the reaction was very late. Stressful round for MIBR, but they will be successful. So we've got a scout and a FAMAS for Big with a bunch of pistols in this last round. They are monsters of utility though, and they are heavy with that at the very least, all things considered. But look how fast MIBR go outside. They know there's weakness, and KNG is here to catch Tabson in no man's land. Xantara's up close with a Deagle, insta-traded by a 3-man push from MIBR. Maybe Big will take some risks, because they know where all the T's are now. With KNG outside, they know there are 3 people downstairs. So we'll see how they react. Anarchy on the outside. Crab walking. KNG misses the shot, and maybe there's a chance for Big.
Yeah, recovering that op is actually huge, and Surson, he will get aggressive here towards ramp. Peeking out towards control window, isn't able to find anything. The bomb is here towards the lower site, as it is on TRK. MIBR, they really want this round. They really want to go into that next half with at least 5 rounds to give themselves something to work with. But the situation has slowed down immensely, and Leo, hoping for some kind of mistake from a Big player, is holding that outside garage. Doesn't look like anybody from Big's going to be giving him it. And at this point, it's really just a guessing game. Who has rotated where? TRK, though, shows his hand. And Surson actually finds the tag. That's Big. Getting a slight HP advantage. And oh, Leo actually sneaks in through Mini, takes down Tizian. That is the lone A site player now. So this will be an incredibly tough retake in the 2v3 for Big.
No defuse kit for them. They will at least have an AWP on the high ground. Oh, that's kind of painful. There's a player outside as well, flanking that heaven position, so this does not look good. Oh, he's landed on his neck as well. That's not very good at all. But what is good is MIBR make it to 5 rounds in the first half, so maybe there is a chance as they move to the CT side. The pistol will be very crucial indeed, and that comes after the break.
Tabson is I think, the last great hope for German Counter-Strike.
Tabson is a super versatile player, now currently the IGL of Big.
A couple of years ago, you could see from his skill set, he was a very, very good player. And now he's doing like IGL duties, so you know this is a guy, student of got B. He's actually worked to complete his game. He's not just the brainless fragger that you normally get in that kind of position. So I have a lot of respect for Tabson.
He's also someone who stuck with the Germans. He's someone who had offers from other teams, but he knew that this project would make it in the long run, and it's really proving itself now.
It's time for MIBR to defend. They move to the CT side with 5 rounds on the board. If they lose this, they may be starting their first buy round with a 5-13 deficit. It's very important. The Julies are up for VSM. Will they be successful, Maui? Tell me now.
He's going to get one. Just one.
Okay.
One kill.
Kito's got a P250 for some extended range. The rare P2000 on TRK. So Tizian's looking to open a door for a pop flash or something. Here's a very quick burst. Successful on Leo as well, but there are many man on the A bomb site. Xantares out here with the bomb as well, trying to hide, trying to reload. He will fail, however. 4 on 2 now for MIBR, trying to hold on to this bomb site. Tabson alone, 1 versus 3, facing 2 at the same time, and he can't do it. He can't do it, but MIBR can. And they'll take their CT pistol. Very key round for them to win.
Yeah. VSM does find one from heaven. Bring it back to that.
Nice.
Yeah, but really good hold from MIBR. They absolutely needed that round here. 6-10 scoreline now. This should be a freebie, as it doesn't look like Big will be investing here. Just Glocks. Oh, I spoke too soon. Big with the last second buy. Actually looking like they're coming out with a plan here. 4 smokes, as a matter of fact, so they can set up that outside wall. Could perhaps find something towards lower. KNG, he wants to fight. Gets up close and personal here. Does hear a lot of big players moving around. Keto. Oh, Xantares with the opening pick on Lucas, but they may overlook KNG. Set up for a couple. Finds 2, but he is traded out. 3v3 situation now, and Leo, he wants to get a piece of the action here. Pushing through the smoke. Will actually spot out Surson. Can't find the kill, though. Oh, it's so close. Xantares is able to save his teammate.
That's not a good look. Tizian was lurking elsewhere, and he's dead, so MIBR have all the information as to where the last 2 players were. It's a question mark now for Big. They know where VSM is, though, and maybe that's all they need to know. Doors closed, doors open. Opportunity closed for Big. MIBR moved to 7.
Yeah, that got pretty hairy towards outside. I'd love to see how Xantares found that opening pick. Here we got it right there. Lucas taken down. But great recovery from MIBR, all things considered. And actually, they were able to save a couple of rifles there. So those are really the big guns that they needed to keep in order to secure their money.
Well, we just got a real match. You can see MIBR not yet tired of celebrating every single round. You do love to see it. Plenty of energy, limitless it seems. Searson very quickly to Mini. That has been heard, though, by the CTs. The cleanup operation is here. Come to bleach the floor of the blood. There'll be no marks left as we start the next round and move to the buy round territory. And now the game really begins with just a 2-round lead now for Big. Buy versus buy.
Some gun swapping around, actually. And, oh, they ditched the MP9s on MIBR. They want every single round here. And this is a nice little strategy. Might catch Big off guard because they know that there were a couple of MP9s in the previous round, but MIBR will be playing it out like a standard gun round, which may slow Big down in their default, as they should probably expect a push. And Tabson, he already finds Lucas outside. That is a huge opening pick for him.
Made his way up very quickly to get that kill. Ooh, KNG spotted some booty, but he missed the flick. Searson doesn't have a helmet, but 58 HP. Now, it matters less than it would otherwise. It's the worst, though, when you don't have a helmet. You get a bit of... get popped in the head, which just takes a crosshair away from a kill you'd otherwise get. Minute 10 for Big. to try and capitalize on this advantage. Keto keeping the CTs on his outside, but inside, KNG's missed another shot. Leo trying to hold on to the position. Switching for the AWP, we've got kills from TRK as well. Looking for a flick, trying to stay alive. You can see there's some nervousness. Down the T's go as VSM makes his way to heaven. 3v2, there's one kit on these final two players.
Looks like they're already considering the save, though. So Big may have achieved their 11th round. It's really just how much damage can Keto inflict here. Oh, he doesn't spot the player, though, exiting. Will he suspect? No. Looks like he's lost the scent. And he's making his way towards ramp. So it looks like Big do accomplish that 11th round. And MIBR will be moving forward with an AWP. But this was a full investment from MIBR. They actually upgraded those two MP9s. And at this point, they may be regretting that decision just a little bit here. But can't look back in anger at this point. Just need to keep moving on forward if you are the MIBR side. And they've got some opportunities to do so.
Very rough situation around that hut. Very awkward. Here we are. Big on the board early, 11-8. Re-extending the lead. It's a good buy from MIBR with what they were able to hold on to. KNG's on the AWP once more.
This will really be up to him to see what he's able to find. Don't want the opening pick to go the way of Big once again, so KNG likely to try to take matters into his own hands. Already making his way towards Secret here. He's unaware of the positions of Big, so he's taking his time trying to get up the stairwell, but it doesn't look like Big's going to meet him just yet. Big have such a tempered approach on all of these defaults, really just taking their time, flushing out his positions.
Oh boy.
And as the smoke fades, Tabson will find Lucas once again. Another big pick. KNG will recover it just a bit, making it a 4v4 there.
Reload will give VSM's position away somewhat. Will there be a trade kill from Xantares? Denied. 2 kills for VSM, but Searson is here with the bomb. That'll be seen on the radar. But Tabson is elsewhere at present. Maybe he can play off of this. You can see him lurking outside, looking for a rotation. And now the bomb's been lost. Down goes Searson, down goes the AWP, and of course down goes the bomb. Just under a minute for Tabson. He can't give a sound cue away unless it's the AK. Oh, that's a big spray on TRK. There's one below him now. Leo drunk, he's got the AWP. Oh, he's not even, doesn't even care. Just got to focus on the bomb carrier. Running out of bullets now. Quick reload. Got to try and get a jiggle. Trying to bait the shot there. Leo being very patient indeed. And MIBR are back to winning ways.
And they saved the double op. But that might be a little bit of a blessing in disguise for Big, because they will probably go for a half buy here. And so their added movement speed may make this a little bit tricky. I'm interested to see who's actually going to pick up that double op. We've seen VSM use it a little bit, but this was such a great hold from VSM towards ramp. It feels like both of these ramp players, Xantares on the side of Big and VSM, are both having a great time in those off-angle positions. And it's a do-or-die position. It's really, you've got to spray them down, because if you lose that ramp spot without finding one, hopefully 2 frags, you're giving up a vital spot of the map for free. And so it's really a lot of pressure on those players, and they've both been doing excellent jobs.
Just the one flash here for Big. A lot of smoke grenades, however. And a hero AK-47 in the hands of Xantares. Rarely a bad investment. A lot of junk being thrown outside. Xantares with places to be. Lucas will even be ready for this. I don't think he will be. Down he goes again. Struggling to live in these rounds. That's some good information from Xantares at the very least. He has lost the rifle, however. 2 players spotted in the rafters. Tabson's made his way outside. Opportunity has come and gone. Surely KNG doesn't repeat that one. Awkward situation for him, though. TRK and Leo drunky cleaning up elsewhere. Tabson not quite going to make it. So much potential opportunity for Big, but most of it being missed here, leaving Tizian alone to die last. 4 players alive for MIBR. That's quite important. This is their pick, and they're 1 round from tying the score.
Yeah, so many of those players low for MIBR, but they have brought it back nicely. And this is a round that Big may not even want to invest in. Okay, Well, as soon as I say that, Galil is purchased out from Xantarez. May have expected around a half buy round, but regardless of the situation, Big will go into it with full force. A few AKs here. But the double op is still in play for MIBR, so how will Big handle this despite the lack of utility that they are working with? VSM playing a nice ramp angle here. Tizian would be the man to challenge him, but that smoke is keeping him back.
Yeah, he might do okay avoiding flashbangs from that angle as well, but that remains to be seen. Lucas on the outside, seeing if he can stay alive for 30 seconds. Been difficult recent rounds for him, however, MIBR have prevailed for the most part. VSM now with a change of angle. Will it be a double peek maybe from Keto and his teammate? Or maybe even more than that. Someone's taking a bullet here, surely. There's the flash, goes beyond. Well, that's one down, reset, great flick from VSM. And he falls back towards the B bomb site.
That is exactly what you want from your ramp player. The 2 frags falling off, maintaining that control towards the lower site. And now Big, they're in such a tough situation. Sursen's trying to find something with a lurking op, but he will be met by KNG's own. And now it's a 2v4. And TRK, he's in such a great off angle to stop these players if they do try to make their way through Hut. It needs to be an instant entry from Tizian. Will he find it? He does actually get it, but he's dinked. So this is still so tough for them. Just 19 points of health between these 2 remaining Big players. And Leo, he's here to clean it up, will find 1. And that is a tied scoreline. MIBR have brought it all the way back, 11-11.
Yeah, now the pressure starts to rise for Big. Leo with the swing. He's the king of swing. He just never stops moving. Once he gets a kill, he's all right, let's go. There's more plays on the server. I must kill.
Just some DM instincts, honestly.
Yeah. Wide swingers, Ferrari peaks. Just going for it. Last man on the site. Who cares? Let's go. 11-11. Just one round in this half for Big thus far. And they're on pistols. Early utility into 8. Early kill from VSM. He's back again with 2 on the ramp. Stamping authority into this area on the US. Oh my god, he's looking so sharp with this P250. The Gator is out.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing but teeth for Tizian. That was glorious.
Oh, they don't recover the second op though. But
that made me feel better about myself.
That's still...
It was that good.
Yeah. How are they going to deal with this guy? VSM is really lighting it up at ramp right now. So Big need to come up with some kind of plan here in order to try to face him effectively or just avoid him altogether. If they think he's still using the op, he's actually ditched the op, given it to KNG now. That's such a crazy adjustment from MIBR actually. Whether it's intentional or not, it allows him to now rotate towards Heaven and be just so much more versatile in that. Taps in, trying to find something towards outside, but look at this aggressive position from Lucas and TRK. This is such a nice setup between the 2 of them. It's going to allow MIBR so much information, but at the cost of leaving ramp completely open. MIBR are gambling right now completely that this is going to be an A hit, and they have guessed right.
I wonder if Big's heard some of those footsteps outside. Here comes the execute. Leo holds down the hard position, and he keeps going, of course, looking for that 3rd kill. 3 versus 2 now in favor of MIBR, just about. Lucas barely alive with 13 HP. More grenades to stop them making a play downstairs. Searson with the AWP, holding the angle, praying for a peek. Completely blind as well. Xantarez stuck in the hut. They know that the sniper is left. They know he's got clutch factor. Don't make it easy for him. Searson without the bomb. It's a meaty grenade as well. Some spray towards T-Red. Did TRK hit a connection? Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, he just has to back off at this point. This was such a great round from MIBR. The aggressive stance towards outside. The fact that the MIBR realized at this point that they can't deal with VSM. So VSM just leaves ramp completely to help solidify and fortify that A defense. It's such a good call. When you're ahead on the CT side and you have money to play with like this, it's the perfect kind of call. Just conditioning them with brute force, with VSM just destroying them. And MIBR, they've set Big on the back foot now. this is now MIBR's game. 13-11, and Surson with a saved AWP. And Big, do they want to invest into this? They can get a couple of AKs here. I feel like every time I've asked this question, Big has actually just straight up bought. But we'll see if they change it up.
Big guns coming out for Big once again. tabseN will go for the Galil in order to get utility. Could have had the AK otherwise, but again, Big, one of the best teams at using that util. And maybe they really need it to make a difference here versus MIBR now. 3 rounds away from taking the first map of this series. KNG aggressive again. Does he swing to the right? I love this aggression from MIBR. Again, still a young team with this roster, but they know what they want to do. They're building day by day, step by step. tabseN now, behind enemy lines. No way KNG does a 180 hit. Who's going to find the information first? KNG going for the flank with the AWP because why not? No one's paying attention to Mini though. Now there will be some issues. Can KNG flank fast enough at this point? Still going. Lucas in a very awkward position. KNG with a deagle now. No one paying attention. Moving through. So many targets. Antares, sure he's got to go for it soon. Oh, he's missed his opportunity completely. A disaster for MIBR.
Oh, wow. That's just so crazy, the timing there. But VSM, oh, he has control of the bomb right now. There's 3 big players to meet him here, and he will only find 1. Very good spacing from Big there. Good entry work from Keto to make sure that that can't be a multi-frag situation for him. And that's just tabseN passing KNG like ships in the night. Both players completely unaware of each other's position, and KNG just couldn't find anything on that flank. If you're KNG in that situation, you just wish you had a rifle. That's all it is.
That's a tough round it's a tough point to have a round that's so expensive for MIBR. Again, looking at the economy, if they were to lose this one, it could be a sudden change of fortune, which could lead to a map loss potentially. Big have a great chance ahead of them in half, which has been dominated by MIBR. Oh my god, Leo's been caught off completely by Tizian. The man knows his angles. Got a protractor out, find himself an entry kill. Now you do start to worry about MIBR, of course, coming into this as a massive underdog. So much potential to close out Nuke from what we've seen so far in the second half, but things can change in the blink of an eye. KNG has to land this shot. He's still going to go for it, Antares. Has he got the second one? No, tabseN is on the way, misses the flick. 2-on-3 in favor of Big now as VSM makes his way to heaven.
He's got the molly out. He can deny the plant or at least do some damage. Oh, Keto, he's going to eat that, but does not find the kill. All right. Now Lucas is able to take down Keto. He's unaware that this angle is available to MIBR, so it's a 2v2 situation, and it's tabseN and Surson that remain. Lucas, though, he spots a shoulder of tabseN, and tabseN still recovers in the situation, taking down VSM. Surson with a great angle, but great spam from Lucas.
Oh my god.
tabseN just swings and takes him down. That was so close for Lucas, though.
It really was, but not close enough. And this means disaster for MIBR. It's round 27 and they've been broken. They'll probably have to eco for 1 round. But now things get really nervous. Now the pressure really, really rises. You look back to those ships passing in the night. Developing into this situation. Complete dominance in the second half until the clutch rounds.
Yeah, and there's just no 2 players you would rather have in a clutch right now than tabseN and probably Surson for the big side. So they are able to secure that one there. And KNG, he just wishes he hit 1 more op shot in that hut position. He had such a great advanced position, just couldn't find it as Big overwhelmed him on that position. 27th round, though, and MIBR will be only buying a couple of deagles for themselves here.
Yeah, really need to concentrate all that money for the buy rounds to come. Big firmly in the driving seat now. Well, 4 now, let's say. See what happens if MIBR look to get aggressive again in the next round. Dangerous lineup outside. Meanwhile, VSM on the ramp again. You can see he went deep. Won't try and retrieve the rifle. More important to hold position and stay alive. Reset the situation. Big looking for more plays. MIBR being patient.
Yeah, it's just rough for MIBR that the hottest player they have in the server right now, VSM, is just stuck at that ramp spot. If he were any of the other players, he could have so much more impact, but right now, he'll just shut down his position and hope everybody else does their job. At least he hasn't needed assistance there, but Big are going to try to make this an A hit. And this is where the majority of MIBR players are. They will be met by quite a few pistols, but Tizian with the Galil is able to clean them up nicely. Oh, can't actually ascertain the position of the final member on the site. Leo's making a case for himself here, but just 2 frags. Would have been nice to see 3 to hurt the economy of Big just a little bit more, but MIBR will nonetheless buy into this one.
Double AWPs coming out for the Brazilian squad. VSM is back. Who cares about util when you can get that AWP? We've seen great flicks from him. He's been more consistent than KNG, I feel like. 24 for 18, VSM. Having a great time of things. MIBR real shy on utility across the board, actually. That is a set of grenades.
Keto is going to try to make his way outside, but he doesn't have the cross smokes. So he's just going to have to set himself up in a lurk position here until these smokes come down. The wall will come out. And it looks like it will be just the standard one for them there. And it looks like Big are going to just completely commit everybody. And this is a really strong read from them. If they've been doing their homework, MIBR, a lot of the times, won't send anybody down towards lower and just try to secure this kind of first floor of the Nuke bomb site. KNG does find one, but VSM, the star of the show, is here to meet them. He's got to come up huge. He does take down one. Flash comes out to try to slow them down, but he's instantly traded by Surson, and that was the lone defender for the entire lower position. And MIBR, they might just have to concede this round.
Yeah, I think he went too deep to survive there. Very awkward to get the multi-frags. Oh, down goes KNG. They're at risk of losing everything now, 1 by 1, throwing good money after bad, and they're not going to have much to fight with. This looks like a disaster. Gambled everything there. Oh, dear.
It's just such a bait. When you have the man advantage and they have that lower position, you think there's some opportunity there. But unless you have some advanced position towards that lower backhaul, it's such a rough retake to just come completely out of the ramp. And I mean, MIBR just learned that lesson right here, right now. It's really such a shame, because at one point they did have a 5v3, just briefly. But Big recovered nicely. And just playing with so much intent is the Big clan. They're making these plays as a team. They're ensuring the lack of trade potential in the MIBR players, and it neutralizes players like VSM.
This in battle sniper mode is quite enjoyable to watch. What might not be enjoyable, though, for the MIBR fans is the conclusion of this round. Does not look great for them. Not guaranteed, however. Who knows what could happen. Triple MP9 and an M4. We've seen them make aggressive plays, but what can they design around this kind of buy? I do wonder. Zantares very quickly into Mini. They've got no idea. There's a big focus on Hut. Playing close as the weapons will demand. Zantares is in A, clearing the bomb site out bit by bit. How bizarre. Will the footsteps be heard? Leo and TRK are in so much trouble now. They've got to push the lobby. There we go. Easy for Tizian the first one. Lucas is gone as well. Oh, maybe there is a chance after all. 3 on 3. Bomb not planted just yet. There we go. That choke point is very much choked off. Smoked out, maybe scoped out if they walk into Searson.
Oh, this is just an angle they won't expect. Surson here. Oh, but he's smoked off. It's actually a 2v3 now on the bomb site. Keto has to come up big. They've mollied out the secondary vent, so they know he can't be there, but he's playing the off angle beautifully. Excellent shot there from Keto to take down Leo, and Big will secure the map 16-13.
Well, that's got to be broken hearts for MIBR. Again, a great run, but one crucial round gave Big an opportunity to break them, and break them they did. Second last round, throwing all their rifles away. Not much to fight with for the last one. And I don't know, I hesitate to say that, like, the way the second half was going was kind of an upset.
Yeah, it was looking really good for MIBR, and really, that one taps and lurk round towards outside, the fact that he was able to infiltrate that A bomb site is just something that MIBR are going to have to look back at and say, okay, we just didn't cross our T's, dot our I's on this round.
It is what it is. It's break time! More Counter-Strike to come. We'll see you on the other side.